All month I've been transforming this old thrift store painting into a Call of Duty Zombies painting. This piece is finally complete, but before I show you the finished product, I want to do a recap. Over the next few minutes, I show my entire 1 month process. So I originally found this painting at a thrift store. As soon as I seen this piece, it reminded me of Call of Duty Zombies because of the color of the atmosphere. The first thing I did was add a crawler into the foreground. I specifically painted a crawler from World at War Nazi Zombies because for me, that's the most nostalgic zombie game. Next, I repainted the cabin to fit the dark, creepy aesthetic. I added a lot of texture and age to the wood to give it more character. Then someone suggested painting boards flying towards a window to make it look like it's being rebuilt from the inside. Then I added a chalk gun on the wall. I took suggestions along the way to help guide this painting. And one of the most popular requests was the mystery box. When I do a painting like this, my goal is to capture the most iconic things and try to give the viewer as much nostalgia as possible. So of course I painted the ray gun coming out of the mystery box. I added the juggernog machine glowing from the shadows of the porch. I decided to get rid of the gate to open this painting up for more additions. Right where the tree line meets the property, I'm adding this transit bus Easter egg. It looks like the transit bus is broken down and is now abandoned on this property. At this point, people were begging me in the comments to add pack-a-punch to this painting, and for this one I pulled out the tiny brushes and my magnifying glass. I put it right next to the juggernog machine so it could also be lit up so it looks like the electricity's been turned on. A lot of people asked me to add the giant robot from Origins up in the sky. I used saturation and focus to make it look like it was off in the distance. I had to add one of the classic explosive flaming barrels. It's crazy how the smallest details become so nostalgic. Off in the distance, I painted a herd of zombies coming in to make it look like a new wave is beginning. And up close, of course, I had to add that eager sprinter that always comes at the beginning of the round. Moving in towards the cabin from the woods, I added this tiny hellhound reference. Don't be fooled by my camera lenses. A lot of these details are microscopic. If you grew up playing zombies, you know that insta-kill can be a real lifesaver, but there's something especially satisfying about getting a nuke right at the perfect moment. With every addition, I'm trying to capture any unique textures or details these items have in the game, but I'm also letting my own style and creativity bleed into this painting. For instance, I kinda did my own thing with the blue beam coming out of the mystery box because I just liked the way it looked. Now I'm repainting the tree and the fence in the foreground to go with the new vibe and to match the new contrast and saturation of this painting. I like the fence so much better, all old and rotten like this. This painting is finally really starting to feel like a Call of Duty Zombies painting, but these next couple additions are really what's gonna bring this painting home. I saved some of my favorite ideas for the end. This was one of my favorite video games growing up, so I really want to finish this project with a bang and make the fans proud. I hate how washed out the driveway is in this painting. I decided to repaint it to look more like an old dirt driveway. Now my eyes go straight to the foreground first, which I love. Then I took a risk here and decided to get creative. I added the power switch on the fence, which I've never seen in the game before, but it actually worked out really nice. And I love how this ties everything together with the electricity, because the electricity would have to be on for the juggernog and the pack-a-punch on the porch. Since day one, people have been begging me to add the round counter in the bottom corner of the painting. This kind of tricks my brain now into thinking that I'm actually playing the game when I look at this painting. Under the fence on the right, I'm adding some old Percola bottles littered around on the ground. This was the perfect way to reference all 4 Percolas. And I added some gumballs as a gobble gum reference. Now it's time for one of the most popular requests, the monkey bomb. I decided to paint it on the ground in front of the crawler so it looks like the zombies going after the monkey bomb. I've been waiting since the beginning to add this. I actually think this might be my favorite part of the painting. It's so tiny, but I really challenged myself to go all in on every little detail. And now for the highly suggested, most requested idea of them all. I'm adding the iconic teddy bear up in the top window of the cabin. And I thought the painting was complete. I even signed it, but then I realized I have to add the glowing eye to the zombie crawler in the foreground. Now this painting is officially complete. Thank you for all the amazing input and support on this project. This original painting is now available for purchase on my website, along with a small collection of limited edition signed and numbered prints. Once these prints sell out, they'll never be available again, so if you're interested in one, now's your chance. I'm insanely proud of how this painting came out. I poured my heart into every detail and I enjoyed every minute of the process. More than anything, I hope the fans enjoy this painting as much as I do. Here's a before and after so you can see the transformation. I understand if you can't afford one of my paintings or even one of my prints. Your support is always appreciated. Likes and shares are just as valuable.